G'day folks, welcome to the CUB Hive, accessed via cubhive.com.au. Today we're going to look at browsing and ordering for merchandise. So I can click to this Merch and POS Warehouse tile. Click through, you're going to be prompted with your My Brand login. So for those of you that haven't logged into the site, you can click your Forgot Password and enter your email address and then click on the Send Password link. What that will do is it'll send you a new password via email. That password will be temporary. When you use that password to log into the site, you'll then be prompted to go ahead and change your password. That I know my password, I'm just going to go straight into the site. When we first log into the site, you'll be taken to the products page where you can see a whole host of products, their images, and some information about that product. We've got the ability to filter by codes, customer reference, which is your internal codes, the name of the item, brand, category, and even by virtual warehouse as well, which you'll see here on the left. For those of you that are BDE users, you'll note that you've got the ability to browse for items in inventory, sales driver, and tap support. So to browse for an item, we might be on the lookout for some coasters today, so we can type the name coaster and say we're after a particular brand as well, so we might actually type draft. Just hit the enter key once you've typed in. We can browse to the item that we want, say in this case the Carlton draft coasters, right, which is an inventory product. 3 cents per coaster in terms of a unit, and what we can see here is that this product is available in a bundle of 250, a carton of 1,000, or a pallet of 100,000 units. So in this particular case, if I wanted to order one, it's going to proceed with a little error, which you'll see at the moment. Right, little error, quantity is not valid, so total quantity must be divisible by the units of measure. So what that means is I must order in multiples of the lowest unit of measure, which in this case is 250. So in this case, I could go through and put in 500 into my cart, hit the add to cart detail. Once we've come through to the cart, is that I've got the item in my cart. There's only one item in my cart from here. I've got 500, and at this point I can proceed to order, change the quantities in my cart up or down as long as it's still in the unit of measure multiple, or I can go ahead and add more products. I'm happy with this for now, so I'm going to go proceed to order. At this point, it will take me through to my order details page where I'm going to select exactly where I'm going to send the product, be it a pre-approved address, which will have all your shed addresses in the system already, or you could send it to a customer directly. So if I want to see all the pre-approved addresses within the system, I can check on this button. Alternatively, if I want to manually type an address, I could enter that information there. For those of you who already have shed addresses set up, we can click Show Full List, and we can then browse through a whole host of addresses. If we know exactly where we want to send the item, in this case if I wanted to send Danny Hale, I could type the name Danny, or Candace. If Candace was in the system as well, there she is. And I can select the address that applies there. That's going to go and pre-fill all the relevant address information into the step 1 of the confirmed delivery address details. So you can see here I've got all those delivery address details captured. And at that point, I will then be prompted to either select some additional delivery options, which should already be pre-set up in the site, but in case that you know you're not going to send to a location that doesn't have a forklift on site, you can select a tailgate lifter or some other options, as you can see there. In this case, it's all fairly good. Once I'm ready to go with this order, I can put in my WVS code, which in this particular case, I'll try the code B157109502108. Otherwise I can enter a cost center code if I have one of those. A couple of other options, if there's any particular delivery instructions, we can complete those here, or warehouse instructions, they can be completed there as well. I'm then prompted to select the carrier that's appropriate for me. Typically by default we're going to be filtering by lowest cost carrier, which is what we want to encourage. In this particular case, Border Express, the Road Express service, which will be collected on the 23rd and is due for delivery by the 1st. So we're going to click on that option. It's then on the right hand side you can see a full summary of the costs, everything from the order establishment fee, picking costs, packaging costs, and the freight total that we've selected. And down the bottom we can just hit send order and we're pretty much done. So you'll see when this page loads, you'll see you're going to get an order number confirmation. If you need to make note of that, you can take a note of that down. From here, if you want to send exactly the same order to an alternative address, you can hit copy order.